Welcome back to Cybertron Academy. In this video, we are building your very first Python project, a fun little game where the computer picks a number and you have to guess it. Let's make your first real coding experience awesome. The game's simple. The computer picks a random number between 1 and 100. You try to guess it, and it tells you if you're too high, too low, or spot on. We'll build this step by step, and I'll explain every line of code as we go. Okay, it's time for the real fun to begin. I'm in VS Code right now, and I'm going to show you how the code works. First of all, I'm going to be importing the random module, which is a module in Python. Then I'm going to be defining an integer variable known as number, which is going to be the random module dot randint, comma 1, comma 100. So what it basically does is that we are defining a variable, integer variable, which is number, which is equal to the random module dot randint, and then we're giving 1, comma 100. So basically, the machine will guess a number. The computer will guess a number between 1 and 100. Now I'm going to be setting a while true loop here, and then I'm gonna while true loop is basically until you're manually breaking it will continuously run. So I'm gonna define another variable, and I'm gonna put integer input. Remember, it's an integer input. Now I'm gonna come here and write guess a number between 1 and 100. So, and I'm going to give a colon and a little bit of space for the user to write. So now, what I'm doing is, in this line, in line number 5, what I'm doing is I'm defining a integer variable again, known as guess, which is an integer input, and the query is guess a number between 1 and 100. Now, I'm giving the conditions. If guess is greater than the number, then I will print too high, and let's give an elif. If guess is lesser than the number, then I'm going to print too low. And the last condition, else, which means the else condition is going to mean that I guessed it correctly, because both of the above conditions are not matching, right? So I'm going to give you guess it. You guessed it, and under that I'm going to give the break. So break, what it does is that it's going to end the loop. So basically what's going to happen is that until I'm guessing the correct number correctly, until I'm guessing the correct number, the loop is continuously going to run until I guess the correct number. And if my guess is greater than the number, that means if my input, the integer input which I'm going to give in the terminal, is greater than the number, then it's going to print too high. And just like that, I gave an elif function, condition, sorry, and guess is lesser than the number, which means my input is lesser than the actual number which is guessed here. So it's going to print too low. And then I gave the last condition, else condition, which means that the above conditions are not met, and the only thing that can happen if the above conditions are not met is that it's going to be exact value. So if it's so I'm assuming it's the exact value here, because it's going to be the exact value. And then I wrote print you guessed it, and then I broke. So when I write the break here, that means this while true loop is breaking out. So here we can go and we can run without debugging. Okay, so I'm going to guess this number. I'm going to give it 53. Wow, 7, 62, 64. Wow, it's even lower. 68, 72. Wow, it's what? 79, 85. How big is it? 4, 98. Oh, and I did it. Wow, it was 98. And voila, and the code works just like that. And that's it. Just 6-7 lines of code, and you've already made a working Python game. Feel free to customize it. At a try counter, high score, or play again feature. Congrats! You have just built your first Python project. If this felt awesome, just wait for what's next. In episode 3, we'll add a twist, score tracking, restart feature, and more. So hit subscribe, drop a like, and share it with your friends who want to learn coding the right way.